Hello, hello. It's D&D time. Sorry I'm a little bit late with this. I'm very tired. Also, my other light doesn't want to work. So, I'm gonna have to figure something out for that later. So we only got one light today, but hopefully everything is all lit fine. But, I'll do that down a little bit more. I'm hoping that everything's gonna go smoothly. Thank you, Kara, for the work look. Have a good. Hope you're doing well, friend. Have good. Hope work goes fast and well, so that you can go home and chill. But, let's jump into all of our stuff, because, why not? It's not wasting time. So, the new music stuff is at least up. It started. I was working on it most of last night and this morning. The first section is all of the artists, and then the bottom section is what I've broken down into playlists, as well as the links to the playlists. I will be working on a way that it shows what song is playing on screen. That'll be something to do for a bit later. It has been a kind of busy week, so haven't really had much time to do much planning or shenanigans with setting up. Dungeons and Dragons, correct. So the music stuff is up, and I'm slowly working on finding 4 songs for each of the player characters, just to play when they have specific poignant moments. I have a couple. It's not fully fleshed out yet. They will be at the bottom of the music list thingy. It's a Google Doc. So that's going to be something that I'm working on over the next little bit. Hopefully by the time that we have a longer session, might be next week, might be another time, we'll suss it out. I would like to have those set up. So, with that, jumping over to the next thing, I do rules differently. If you want to know what those are at any point, type in !D&D, and you'll get a Google Doc with all those rules updated. As well as the new rule of deal with the seer. Sorry, I'm moving around. Ha ha ha. There we go, now the rainbow's on. We gotta have the rainbow on, guys. Just in general. May not be Pride anymore, but we gotta. We'll actually still be Pride overseas, but for us here, we're still gonna celebrate. To see the artists of the maps, aside from the world map, that's mine, type in !D&D maps to find the Patreons of the Reclusive Cartographer, as well as Go On Venture maps. End of Latov, which is the title of this campaign. We'll give you a little synopsis about what the heckity hell this game's all about. Also, Moobot pop in every now and again to remind y'all about Channel Point Inspiration. Excuse me. If you think a character's cool, or they've done something awesome, or you just want to reward someone, feel free to chuck them an inspiration point. Players watching cannot give themselves inspiration, but anyone else can give it to any player, including 2 good playable NPCs. That's up to y'all. Characters can have a max of 5 inspiration points. If they're at their cap, you can either gift it to somebody else, or you can get your channel points and give them back. It's up to you. We take a break around 7:30 for 45 minutes. It's about 1:30 a.m. in the Americas. And also, as in the DM, I don't look at chat very much. I leave it to my wonderful mods to keep you all sussed out. And also, that being said, I should give a couple of people some upgrades. I'll try to remember to do that after. So, and the break and the wrap up is when I look at it, and in the beginning, obviously. So while it is limited, I do need to focus on the players, because this is their experience, as well as I am a scatterbrained motherfucker. I am a squirrel that is chasing its tail 98% of the time. Watching dogs do that is actually really fun. It's really cute. And when they catch it, they're so excited as well. They're just like, look, I did it. And honestly, it's such a mood. Did Tyler forget to turn off a thing? I did. Please hold. I always forget to turn this one off, and then it never lets me turn on my my Discord webcam. Anyway, let's jump over to our players. If my camera wants to load, come on. I just connected you, didn't I? Now it's the thing if my camera's not going to want to work. Is that what's happening? Well, we'll jump over anyway, and I might just have to disconnect some stuff. We all love it when technology works, huh? Hey y'all, give me a second with my camera, sorry. Let's find out which one's my camera. Oh boy. I'm either gonna unplug my mic or something else. Alright, we're back with that. That's my keyboard. Yo, I have so many fucking things connected to this, it's insane. Oh, it's the long one because of the stupid cord. Hey, that's how we figure it out. Hold on, you turn off the... Okay, that was weird. It doesn't want to connect to a thing, but that's fine. Hello. Alright, we love technical difficulties, and when everything is totally working. Yeah, that looks about right. Cool. I'll take it as a win. Hello. I'm totally organized, what are you talking about? So last session, you guys are in the 20 sessions now. Session 21 today. Yeah. It kind of feels like a lot more, honestly, but it's kind of weird. But session 20, first of Adolite, second month, 999Z. Excuse me. Rock and Emerald go and do some soul searching for the day, and everyone else decides, yo, this sandwich though, we gotta go. Amora gets a vegetarian option, and it's still a pretty banger sandwich. Everybody has a good time, and Amora does attempt to do some patting and chin scratches on Elios, making up for the day before. Yeah, that was a bad idea. So a very fun and, oh wait, you don't like being treated like an animal? Oh, well, that's news to me. Conversation happens. And then the party goes to find the other memory forgotten party, and find out that Annabella has gone home to her royal fam. Rock and Imran turn up after realizing that probably sit on the ground meditation isn't gonna work. So why don't we go to the arena and do some fun stuff? And that might help, because fighting, hell yeah. Before doing that, though, Kaba pulls out the book for everybody, and everybody gets their own little books from them, as well as reading the big book that Finch gave y'all, so they know, hey, these names hurt, and not saying them out loud. Kaba also finally gets to open his book from Nim, where it says, go to Tottenham, find the tome at the beach, make a code, forget, and then decode. Elmfrin is roped into being a commentator for the arena fight, and Amora and Elios are just being children to each other. Fighting in the arena happens. Raindori going for Rourke, and Kaba kind of realizing that, oh, she is a similar kind of thing, except she uses swords. Raindori tries to hit up Kaba about this. It's like, oh, your blade song, that's pretty cool. And to which Kaba is like, no, I'm just a carpenter. Cue confusion, but she'll roll with it. Elios and actually both Dragonborns on both sides are taken down first, and then Imrand and then the clerics are taken out second. Not long after,
I don't think Imrand actually went down.
Didn't he?
Nope.
I'm pretty sure he did. Oh no, because it was 3v. It ends up being 3v1. So Amora went down next. Coming through on your side, EC. And then Kaba, being the last one on the field once Rourke gets knocked down, is like, this, you know what, this isn't for me. Deuces. Good fight. And then everybody goes to have a sandwich, because you gotta try the sandwich. And everybody has a chill, good time. Dancing, singing, having too much to drink, and having a banger sandwich. You are all offered complimentary rooms for the night, and Amora spots a blue-eyed sparrow at her window as she dozes off.
Damn that blue-eyed sparrow!
Right? So, with that, everybody wakes up the next day. Some hungover, depending on how hard you went on the drinking. That is up to each of you to decide. Dewdrop is definitely one of them. I don't think Amora actually drunk. I think she.
No, I don't think she did. I think she's still scarred.
Fair.
Scarred from waking up next to me. Yep.
Yep.
Right. Elios would probably be a bit hungover.
Yep.
Yeah, and would offer to take care of Dewdrop because he was the one that suggested the drinks.
Yeah. You can tell that, I mean, for obvious reasons, as she had, won and got smashed, she's not used to drinking, so the hangover she's doubly not used to, as she walks downstairs, trips over the last step, doesn't land on her face, luckily, but is bombarded with light and is just not happy about it. Her, weasel with wings, or whatever it is, I actually don't know what it's called, kind of, flies down, and just kind of, lands on the top of her head and covers her eyes with its wings, and she's like, okay. And it just starts, walking around. And
I'll guide her to a table.
Nice. Everybody gets their breakfast. I didn't update it to do a dessert menu. Sorry.
How dare you?
I was doing the music. I was focused on that. Surprisingly, you have to listen to the music to decide which playlists of the 12 to go into. So everybody gets some Hydra eggs and bacon wrap, which is a gold piece. For the vegetarians, what is there for breakfast out here?
Wait, what are you looking at?
They probably just give you the potato stack thing, which is also a gold.
Potatoes are great. It's
Absolutely,
fine.
yeah. Hash
Or
browns.
it's just like have something without the meat in it.
Exactly, yeah.
Potato.
Yeah, so you can absolutely still get the
Potatoes.
Hydra eggs as well. And yeah.
Potatoes and eggs. Nice.
Everybody can get a tea, coffee, all that stuff, whatever y'all like. Tea or coffee is like 5 copper a cup. And then y'all can decide what you want to do for the day, as everybody's just chilling and eating.
It's just really quiet. Wait, how long did I have to wait for things to... What the fuck?
That was really loud. I think they know that he's doing something.
Yes, the trouble of sleeping in my sister's lounge.
Yep. Thanks, dear sister. Hell yeah. We'll say that just comes from like outside somewhere, as someone's just really excited for the morning.
How long was it gonna take to get things made? I forgot.
It should say in your DM things. I think it was 3 days, 3 or 4 days.
Me looking in the like complete spells.
The pig not only have a sauce, take longer to get you to, wait until like a few extra days. Yeah.
2.5 days.
2.5. Yeah. Cool.
So it's been like a day.
Yeah. So just try and keep track of that some, because I'm not. Yeah.
1 day has passed.
Yeah. 1.5 to go. Yeah.
1 day has passed.
When you wake up, your friend is not downstairs yet, but there is some other Herringon guy that is like bustling the tables and stuff like that, getting coffee and stuff for other people, and you hear from another room just like a loud like exclamation of "What the fuck?" So it's just Herringon person's just like,
What's going on?
you see, you assume to be like the manager, which is some really tall, lanky, high elf man who walks out and starts talking to this Herringon person quite like lowly but quickly, and they're just like, I points over to you guys and then just shrugs.
Oh no.
They have a conversation, it goes further, and they're just like, they get like waved off.
Is the manager gonna come speak to
The opposite of a Karen.
Yeah, exactly. They come to you. The high elf does come over to your guys' table. First of all, just very politely asks, "Is there anything else that I can get you? We greatly appreciate your patronage. We
You would spend a ton of money.
mhm. And was just curious as to who your, I guess, bartender was the previous night.
I think his name was Ken. He gave us a name. I don't remember what it was.
He gave us a name and then later screamed that it wasn't his name.
Mhm.
So I don't remember what it was though.
Can I just make one up and say that's what he told us?
Yeah, you can make one up. I do remember what it was. Though.
I'm gonna be like, his name is George.
Not far off. Okay. Good to know. It didn't happen to be
Shit.
Gerard, was it?
I mean that is very close, and
Mhm.
I am quite forgetful, so it could have been. He was very good at his job. Great guy.
Yes. Looks over to the Herringon, who's just like. David looking over and just immediately like. Well, I don't wish to be a burden as such, but it appears his math was a little bit off. As there were quite a few bottles rather than tankards and glasses exchanged.
Okay.
As the door opens and another Herringon, who's definitely the guy, is wearing sunglasses and he's like hungover. The high elf is just like, doesn't even turn around, just has that face of, yep.
I know it's him.
Mhm.
I'll just wave at him.
Waves very quietly at you and just goes. Starts like trying to walk around to the back. To which he gets a cloth thrown at him and he trips and knocks over a jar from the other Heron God.
Oh dear.
Will have a discussion with my employee, and will return with a updated amount that is owing if it is alright. We do apologize for the occurrence. Just like,
No, that's okay. Like, we got really good service. Obviously, we got undercharged. We want to make that right.
thank you for that. It is always very awkward to have to ask of such, especially the next morning. Please enjoy your breakfast.
Can I get water? And whatever you suggest to help a hangover. Times 2.
Okay, definitely. We shall do that. The other Hirangon comes back over and is like, you still have water left over from last night. From the 10 bottles of water that you bought.
I'm just gonna start chugging them back.
Yeah. So you're just gonna put those down and it's like, we kept them for you.
I'm assuming that like 10 bottles of water is a lot of water.
Yes.
Can I just like slip one into my bag?
Sure. Yep. You have a glass bottle of water in your bag. Feel free to add that in there.
It's gonna go so badly at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
Elios will start chugging them back, but also give like one or two of them to Dewdrop.
Yep. Yeah. And she'll very happily take them. Now her like bat creature is just kind of like shielding her eyes so that she can see, but it's just kind of like a pair of wings over her eyes, like this, like a visor.
Why do I have a bunch of teeth?
It's a weird thing for your cleric to say.
I have a bunch of teeth in my backpack and I don't know why.
Probably from something you fought.
Yeah,
Probably.
it just says teeth, I don't know from what, 32 gold total.
Oh, they would have been from the remember that time you almost got sacrificed? Those creatures. It would have been them.
I
Yep.
forgot that happened, yep.
That time we almost all died.
Hey.
It's happened more than once.
Yeah. So it's pretty much like the meal that they gave you is a pretty good hangover. They just give you some extra greasy bacon as well, and stuff like that. The Hurongon is just kind of like being very awkward, and it's just like, cool. Welcome, guys.
It's not the one that served us last night,
No,
right?
it's not. It's the one that he said he was. Yep. There's only 2 Herringons here.
They know.
A little bit of time passes before the high elf and the actual Herringon from the previous night come out. He's wearing much tidier clothing and seems to have gotten changed into his things. His eyes are bloodshot to fuck, and he's like squinting. But he's just like standing there, pretty chill. We calculated, and
Oh no, this is gonna be really bad, isn't it?
before he can keep going, he kind of like turns to the Hurongon and is like, so this isn't to make you feel bad, by the way, just putting that out there as a first. Because it was my goof up, some of it is gonna come out of my paycheck, but that's fine. Like, not too much of it, and it's only like how much was it? It was like 80 something gold extra. Yeah. 87. Yeah.
I'll put down 10 platinum and just slide it across.
See, I knew they'd be really good about it, and I mean, you guys are awesome. I do apologize for the mix-up, you know, running business and stuff like that. Kind of got carried away the previous night. And if there was any unprofessionalism, I do apologize. And he just kind of like bows a little bit as the high elf takes on it. It's like, but again, thank you for your patronage. Have a good rest of your day. And then just kind of like drags the Hurongon by like, the back of the like apron. You can just kind of hear as they're walking off, like, see, they're totally chill about it. It's not the point. It's totally fine. You chill out. It's like, do not tell me to chill out. I am your boss. I mean, okay. Yeah. Interesting relationship, apparently.
It sounds interesting.
But then everything seems to be pretty chill as it just goes back to the normal hustle and bustle of the morning.
Oh, it's so funny.
What are y'all gonna do? I don't want it down here.
I don't know why, but my brain was just like, throw a fork at Helios.
The children are at the table.
Yeah, so I'm 100% just gonna throw a fork at Helios.
Okay. A fork gets thrown at you, Elios. It doesn't
Do anything.
do anything. Yeah, it just kind of makes like metallic pang as it hits the table loudly. As everyone's just focused on eating, everyone just kind of like.
Elios won't even look up. He'll just continue eating, keeping his head down.
Dewdrop is just kind of like poking at her eggs. Reaches over, it's like, I needed a fork. And just starts eating. Thanks, Amara.
She's like, you're welcome. I had a feeling.
Man. She's onto it. Starts eating.
She has her moments.
Randori. Oh, sorry, go for it.
I'm talking to myself.
Okay. Randori, after eating, I think that we're probably gonna catch the next boat out. I've got to stop by Merstone to drop this to Annabella, and then I believe it's not too far on horse and carriage to Turgeron. But thank you for passing these along, and we'll meet up in a couple of months. Back in, what did we just say here? This tavern. So at least it gives a landmark rather than just Lunaris itself.
We'll have to have another sandwich when we get back.
For sure. I don't know if anything's going to compare.
Agreed.
But, just putting it out there to you two, and motions to Rourke and Kawa, that some of the best blacksmiths are in Turgeron. So if I catch any hand axes or any weapons of any kind that might suit you, I'll keep an eye out and put it aside. Ask them to put it aside.
Awesome.
Harbour will grab his hand axe and start sort of looking it over, wondering why she thinks he needs a new one.
No, not that you need a new one, just, upgrades are always nice. Yeah. But despite having memory loss, I think that was the most fun I've had in a very long time. It's good to not have everything be so serious all the time. Good to have some fun.
I don't think we've stopped having fun, have we, guys?
Not me.
Yeah, it's been so much fun, nearly being sacrificed and everything else.
Being hungover all the time.
Waking up in random people's beds.
Wasn't my fault.
There is certainly a dynamic here. Good for you. Good luck.
And to you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
Yeah, and
Safe travels.
I have sending. I know your faces, so I'll probably pop into your head every now and again. Just checking. Imran says. And Dewdrop and Ostras, they're just gonna sit in there chill. Just kind of mumble like a thanks. It was a good time. Good to hang out. Nice to meet you. Yeah, and if there's nothing else, then they will probably depart.
Wait, but
The only other thing Elios would do would be make sure Dewdrop is alright with the hangover.
Yeah, Ostras hooks arms with her and is like, I've got her. I'll,
Good.
make sure she's alright.
Good.
She's like walking out the door, she like, see ya!
Bye.
it was great.
And then it's just the four of you again. Umfrin went home to sleep at their house. Yeah, so they're just chilling there.
Now that the others are gone, Amora's going to talk like a little bit louder every single time.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are we going to do today?
Elios is just gonna drop his face into the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pull his hood up and just sit there.
Yep.
So, Elios. How much
Done.
more do we... How much more do you have to do here? Or can we travel to that... what's that place up north? Which is, what sort of a temperature was it?
Sunny. And
Yeah,
hot.
the sunny place up north.
That we both have to go to.
I feel it'd be a great holiday.
I'm waiting on gear, but I could check to see if they'd send it that way.
The what? Sorry?
See how long the gear will finish.
Yeah. Well, they said like 2.5 days, and it's already been a day, so like a day and a half.
I'm sure we can find nonsense to do in the meantime.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll.
Although
find
to be
out
fair,
first.
nonsense probably isn't what we should be doing. Nim has limited time.
That's very true. That's true. We could do something helpful, which I also don't know what would be helpful.
We could go to the library where it's nice and quiet.
You know, I think I did hear a band playing outside.
Oh boy. Hmm?
Hub will bring out his spellbook. I love the library. Bang on the table. I can read my own book there.
Oh my god.
I could find some clerics around somewhere, right?
I'm just gonna full on death stare Kaba after doing that.
Hub will look him in the eye and go, slap really hard again with another loud bang. You love books, don't you?
Do it again and I'll bite your hand off.
After seeing how yesterday's morning went, I actually believe that.
I mean, we could always go watch the blacksmiths work.
You can do that.
That's great.
I'm gonna go somewhere quiet.
Raw. We could always
Yeah.
go and find search out what sort of travel options we've got in a couple of days.
Yeah,
See what
that'd
ships
be a
are
good
leaving
idea.
to where. Do something productive
ride
while
up.
Elios slowly dies.
Mhm.
Might find some clerics. Maybe they can help me with some spells.
Yeah. Sweet, sweet. So library, clerics, and travel planning. So there's not Fantasy Trivago, but I'm sure you can find a place that can give you some outlines about some places.
Fantasy Flight Center.
Yeah.
What do you mean there's no
Sale
fantasy
centre.
travel agency?
Sales Center.
Teleportation's all the rich people rage these days, didn't you know?
Hey, well, they have their own personal wizards for that.
Poor people's teleportation. You may end up where you're going.
You may end halfway around the world.
In poor
may end
people's
up in a
teleportation, you
different
walk.
Literally halfway. Yeah.
Half of
Sorry, you have to
land.
walk there?
Receipt
You
of
see
luggage.
someone walking
Not
across
Karen.
the sea.
Oh god.
Your luggage arriving where you landed may not happen.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. Yeah. You arrive on a beach and then you just see a splash. Okay.
Damn it. Off to the shop.
Yep. Exactly. So, starting off with Carver and Rock, y'all head over to, pretty much the...
Before we leave, Rourke will go up to the bar and ask for just like a glass of pickle juice for Olive Brine.
Yeah. You talk to the Harangon that, was with you guys last night. You know, you find out his name is Durin. The lad Durin. And he's like, yeah, sure. Doesn't really question it. He goes and gets some. You go. What's this for?
Oh, it's for him.
Good for
Points
hangovers.
at Alias.
Might join him one. Good to know. He goes around the back. Okay.
Rourke will just bring the glass over and set it down. He's like, dude, I don't know why, but I feel like this might help.
Elios will smell it. And probably as soon as he does, start to gag and just push it to the side and just be like, nope. Ain't touching that.
She said,
As you're walking out the door, Rook, Durin comes around the corner after clearly have tried it, and it's just like, have a good day. I'm gonna lie down under the counter. You good, Jared? Yeah. Cool. He just crawls under the counter.
Maybe we used to put raw eggs in there too.
I'm good. Pickle juice is just fine. Gerard is just like cleaning glasses, just shaking his head and laughing. Nice. Hell yeah. Going over to where the Vastarev docks are here. You can see there are people coming over to like a little cluster of not pilots. What do you call them? The people that drive the ships.
Sailors.
Sailors.
Captains.
Yeah. They'll probably just be sailors, not exactly the captains themselves. Captains will be running the ship.
First mates or something.
Yeah. And there are a good few of them because they're just kind of helping people asking questions about when the next thing is going and all of that. But there's also just a big billboard that has a bunch of places and when they're leaving. Excuse me. But people are just asking specifics. So you're looking for ones that are specifically going to Tottenham?
Is about right?
Cool.
Or Tottenham or Canallan. Because Carver still feels a need to pass on a particular message to Sesame
Okay.
regarding sandwiches of holding.
Okay. There's not a dock in Canallan, so you would have to stop by Stratford and then horse and cart over and then horse and cart back, if that's something that you want to do. Otherwise, there is one that goes directly from Lunaris, making stops obviously, to Tottenham, and it takes... I did math for this. Can you go up, please? Okay. Where's my thing for calculating this? Some money soaks. Yeah. So it'll take about 10 days to go from here to Tottenham, because they have to make a bunch of stops going around Acrania, which is the place in the middle, and it'd be it'd just be a gold fare to get around to there. The places it would be stopping is Northwich, Northwich and Doncaster would be the only places it stops, and then it goes directly to Tottenham.
When do they leave?
This one would leave in about a day. There are other ones that are coming around pretty much every 2 days. So it just seems that it's a local trade route going around. There's one on alternate days that takes the longer way around, that goes to Shadowfen, Magnite, what's that place called? Calfield, and then Tottenham, so the other way around Acrania, which takes 2 weeks. So an extra 4 days, because it stops more and it has a longer way to go around. So you do have 2 options, it just depends on which day. So you want to go and... yeah. Lucky thing with cargoes and shipping stuff, they do it regularly. So it's pretty much just a silver a day to be hosted on the ship. So it's either 10 silver, which is a gold, or 14 silver, which is a gold and 4 silver. Yeah. Other than that, there's no
Nope,
other...
I can't think of anything else to investigate. Can you, Rourke?
No, not that I can think of.
I think I'll go find a spot and attempt to read my handwriting again.
Is there anywhere that Rock is gonna head off to?
Rourke will probably just kind of wander around and like go for a run.
Gee. Yeah, you can easily just wander around Lunaris and jog around. Where are we at this? As you're kind of doing a lap around, there are a couple of places that you kind of go past. One of them being like the guild and guard hall. You've been into the guild hall before. It's just where the adventurers and stuff go with the billboard thing outside. And on your way around to the kind of like the upper area is where you spot a spa. Yeah, there's just one there. As you're kind of going around back towards where the tavern was. Aside from that, the magic school here is actually fairly impressive. You can see there's quite a lot of people inside going about their normal school day stuff. As you're jogging past, you can see kind of in a closed off area, there seems to be like a big spectral dome over them where there are a bunch of people doing like cantrip and spell practice. So there's just people just like casting cantrips and things like that. So you can see like little fireworks and stuff going off, and people like turning someone blue and like pointing and laughing. Someone like making things appear and like run around, and then there's also just like some other kids that are around doing other things. You hear the sound of a fireball going off. Just things like that.
You would absolutely just sit down and watch.
Yeah, it's fairly entertaining. Seeing some people who are they probably don't have much of good grasp on their magic as they go to cast something. You can see them fully expecting to do something like similar to how you've seen Ilios cast like lightning bolt. They go to do that, and then just like these little like pop rocks of fire just like come out of their hands and like hit the ground in front of them, and they're like, what? And then they turn into a pot of plant. And if people around them are just like are laughing and things like that, the teacher comes over and just kind of like pats the head of the flower and is like, okay, good try. A couple of other people seem to be doing things. Yeah, you see some people like go to cast things, and then they start hiccuping and pink bubbles come out of their mouth, turning people into sheep, lizards, turtles, all sorts of things. It's very entertaining. Yeah. Hello. Amora, you head over to one of the shrines or the hospital. It's up to you. The shrines are for demigodics of knowledge, demigod of the Forge, and demigod of the Wildstorm.
Let's go to the hospital.
Okay. Head over that way to Lakeland Clinic. And there's a dwarven woman sitting behind the front desk reception. That's what it's called. How can I help you there?
I've lost a lot of my memories, and I was hoping I could get some help with remembering a spell or two.
Probably not the best place to come to, as we are a fully functioning hospital, so there's not really a lot of nurses and clerics as such that can stop seeing their patients to come and teach someone, unless you're looking for a memory appointment there.
You have those here?
I believe they have them in most places.
When's the next available one?
With Dr. Fandolin, it's in about 3 days.
No, I think I'll be gone before then.
Well, the next place that you're going to, maybe check out their clinic as well.
Okay. Do you know somewhere that could help me with spells?
There's the magic school. They probably have clerics over there. And I mean, definitely some of the shrines, they'd be willing to help you out for sure.
Can you point me the way to the magic school, please?
Okay. She gives you directions. And it's as you're walking over to the magic school that you bump into someone familiar. You bump into Light. She's just wandering on. Amora, hi.
How's it going?
Good. How's everything going with you?
Oh, it's been an interesting few days. But I'm just gonna.
imagine.
I just need to go try and learn some spells from a cleric. So I'm headed to the magic school.
Oh, okay. If they can't help you, I don't mind helping. I'm a cleric myself.
That'd be great.
Sure. And they kind of like start walking and just you to follow. A lot of my domain is similar to your friend Elios, to which I am a Tempest cleric. Excuse me. It's voice. Do you know what your domain is?
Love.
Interesting.
Just seem to be very bad at.
Love comes in many different forms, so it'll be different for everybody. I don't know what you said.
Hello? Okay.
Okay.
I've not thought about it that way.
I mean, magic manifests itself very differently for every person. Even though I am what is the right word for her? I'm quite a reserved person. My magic is still very forward. Very, I guess abrupt would be a word. But it's a way that I can protect myself and others So whenever that comes out, I guess a different side of myself comes forward. What kind of spells do you find yourself reconnecting with? Ones that have come easier to you.
Which one's dead? Let me just go back up.
Yeah, sorry. Sell a will to live. Same. Sorry.
Laura thinks for a minute.
Mhm.
She's like, well, spells seem to come out when there was a need, I guess, to protect people.
Interesting. I guess in that way, probably a lot of your magic is, I don't want to specifically say abjuration based, but abjuration is the main type of protection magic. For clerics, a lot of the time it ends up being conjuration, I believe, or divination. It's divination, definitely.
Any divination.
Although it does depend on the cleric themselves. They take you to the Wildstorm Temple, and just to an area out the back. They've been here for like quite a little while, so they kind of have like their own little area. And I know this isn't for everybody, but have you perhaps tried doing some research into domains of love?
Not really. We've been so busy
Of course.
going everywhere that didn't really come up. I didn't even know there were different domains.
Ah, okay. And they like kneel down. Let me start with the basics. And they will go over kind of like the base things for clerics. So you will learn ritual casting, and channel divinity, and a feature of channel divinity called Turn Undead, as well as cantrip versatility. So I'll add those. Also with channel divinity, there is a very specific part of it that is connected to your domain. Mine, for instance, is connected to the elements of lightning and thunder. So when casting spells that deal in that particular type of damage, I can embolden my attacks, I guess, my spells, to hurt people more. There'll be something different specifically to your love domain that will do something similar. Not similar, but will do something at least. Given that it is primarily protection based that you are, I'd imagine it would have something to do with that.
Hopefully, I will hopefully get better at protection and healing. I seem to lack
It
both of those.
doesn't always come as freely to everybody. I mean, given the stance with the deities, a lot of people don't really turn to becoming a cleric or even a paladin. A lot of people don't even believe that there are the deities still there, even though we have buildings to them.
Or just like chuckles. She's like, yeah,
But it is
Interesting.
it is through whatever connection that you have with love and protecting those that you love that you have chosen this path. For whatever reason that may be, it'll come back to you.
I hope so. I don't really know who I am at the moment. So maybe that's why I'm having such trouble.
Probably, but I mean, amnesia doesn't really help on top of that.
Really? No. Mostly just get told things about myself, and then I don't know. I can't connect to them. I don't. Like, my sister and my friends, they told me that I nearly lost my faith once. And I don't remember it. So I don't connect to it.
And I guess that's the thing with reconnecting with yourself, is that it's never going to be the same. They can tell you all of these things about how you were and what you did, but you've already started to become someone different from the moment that you lost your memories.
It's a bit of a mess. I mean well, but things don't always turn out well, and then people get mad at me. And then I don't know what to do.
In a lot of ways, people lash out because of something that they fear. I cannot speak to every experience, nor for everyone else. But a lot of refinding yourself means making those mistakes. Perhaps it's mistakes that you've already made before but don't remember. We're all only humanoid. We're not going to be perfect when we forget ourselves.
There's some stuff that I'd like to forget already.
And that comes with the territory. You don't have
Help.
to be... What was that?
Just want to help.
Then... do that.
My help is dangerous.
To certain people it might be.
Or kind of just grimaces, but doesn't say anything else.
People help and, I guess, advise. Help in many different ways. Not advise, accept help in many different ways. A lot of people are adverse to it because it makes them feel inferior. You don't have to help everybody, but maybe just change the wording for specific people. You're there to protect others, you're here to aid others, you're here to heal others. You're there to love others. as is your domain.
It's so much easier with animals and children. It's not so complicated.
Of course it is. Because they have yet to experience what the world is like. I mean, animals have their own different view on the world themselves.
I can't understand people.
They're complicated at the best and worst of times. And it's a whole part of connection that you've lost. It's not going to be easy to just come up with that all over again. I'm very certain you'll find your way, Amora. You are a very, very lovely person.
That's what she killed. Tell it to the multiple people she's murdered.
Hey, if Light will have her own opinions. Light has done a lot of shit.
Amora just like looks at the ground and she's like, sometimes I didn't help these people. Sometimes I got so angry at what they'd done. Or even not angry, sometimes it just happened and I killed them. Now I'm realizing that, you know, even though some of those people were doing bad things, I mean, they probably still had families and lives, and I kind of took that away from them. And I don't know how to deal with that.
They reach out and hold their hands in front of you for you to take if you wish. They're not forcing you to, but it's just an offer there.
She'll take them.
They will kind of squeeze your hands lightly. There are things that we will all regret. In my earlier days of becoming a cleric, I too have done some irredeemable things. But I cannot let that define who I am. We lash out, and in our minds we mean the best. That doesn't always mean it translates as well outwardly. I think something that is going to help you first and foremost, especially with your domain, and I think it comes with having amnesia as well, is not only finding yourself, but you have to learn to love and accept yourself all over again. Even the parts that are dark.
I don't know if I can love the dark parts, because they just seem to hurt. to hurt people. So I don't see how I could love a part of me that does that.
If the situation was not you, perhaps if it was your brother Rourke, he's an adventurer. There are people that he's killed. Would you hold that against him?
I mean, he did destroy my best friend's family's farm and their crops. But no, I mean, he didn't mean to do it. And, you know, the other people he's killed were just, you know, they were trying to kill him too.
And the people that you have killed, were they attacking you?
Not at first, but they were running. They were running in a dog fighting ring. And I couldn't stand that. And the other person, that they didn't hurt me at all. It was a mistake. I didn't think what I was doing would kill someone, but it did. They're fine now, but still did it.
Because Tyler's memory is bad. What is the second one that you're talking about?
Annabella.
Good point. Yeah. Like Red Dory said, I forgot about it.
Obviously not gonna name names, but you know, it's still happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you just forget about it because everyone's like, forget about it.
Yeah, no, that's very fair. Okay. Now that Tyler has context. Not that Light does, but I was like,
Light has no context.
who is this other person? Just in my brain, I was like, what? I'm sorry, really, we're going past 7:30, so we'll take a break at 8. Sorry. With your love for animals, the first makes a lot of sense. Dogfighting rings are cruel. And similarly to this second incident, it wasn't malicious. So in a similar situation to your brother with the farm, you don't hold that against him.
Amara just like shakes her head.
You can hold yourself to the highest standards that you wish. It just hurts you more. I'm the head of a shrine in my hometown, and a lot of the people that come through don't know of the things that I have done. The person that I was before, but the elders that are in that town knew me, still hold things against me. I could let their words and what they think, and even what I thought of myself, stop me from being able to do what I do now. And it is so much easier said than done. But I can learn to accept those parts of myself, admit that I had done something wrong and terrible, and learn from it. Let myself be better because of it.
Pick up my voice. God damn it. You must have been through some stuff to be so wise. Like, I can see why Elios likes you.
It's been a very arduous road, I guess. It's because we are clerics. The wisdom kind of comes with it. Eventually.
Thank you. Like,
Of course.
don't really understand. Elios just kept making jokes. Thank you.
Let's try to figure out some of these spells.
Yes.
They will. Let me see which ones you want, because I don't have that on my side. They will definitely teach you your light cantrip. Haha. Funny.
Yes.
And your first and second level ones that you don't know.
Heroism and
Hero.
Serum, Shield of Faith.
Yep.
It's 3.
Yep.
We're learning some shit today, boys.
Hold on, I just need to
Yeah.
copy the green dot. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll D6 and a D4. Let's see which ones we can learn from that.
Put on my dice. I lost one of my really pretty dice and I'm sad.
No!
I don't know where it went. What did you say?
D6 and a D4.
That's a D6. That's a D4.
Pointy.
So a D6. That's a 5
Awesome.
and a D4.
Yep.
That is a 3.
You learn Aura of Vitality and Life
Yes,
Transference.
I wanted to learn that one. Let's go.
Also, I'm going to drag and drop one into your first levels, which you'll know.
Oh, we're getting a nerdle one?
Yeah.
Woo.
Oops.
So you know I have to be like, I've prepared these spells today.
Yes.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
Exactly. Lad just has that under the belt. As always. Yeah, so these two, and I need to have a look again. The ones that have the red dots already that I've just put on your second levels are the ones that you...
Not my first levels?
Oh, those ones are already the ones that you have. Sorry.
Okay.
So aside from... This is where I get to explain this fun stuff. So whatever spell slot, however many spell slots you have, is how many you can prepare that day. Aside from the spells that you automatically have as being a cleric, which are ones that are... I'll put another... Yeah, the red dots. But I'll put another symbol next to them, so it'll be easier, just in case you unclick them. And then those are the ones that you always have prepared, and then on top of that, for first level, you choose 4 of the first level spells that you have at the start of every day.
Second, it would be 3.
Yep.
Other than the ones that I already...
Yep. Yeah.
So what did I learn? Life transference.
Yes. Yeah. So I'll put the green dots next to all of them.
Okay. So now it's just some second level ones I don't know and some third level ones I don't know.
It's just the third level ones you don't know. You learn all the second ones.
Do I get to learn all?
Yes. You're learning how to be a cleric today.
I knew this was a good idea.
Like I said, in the DMs, I should have given you quite a few
I
of
was looking
these.
at all my spells and I was like, I don't know how to cast anything. That's so useless.
Okay, so I'll do that as well.
Why does that have a 1? Or do I have 2? 3s?
Okay, yeah. And the other one you learn is Healing Word.
Let's go! Some more healing.
Yeah, she tells you it's a good one. This is Tyler telling you.
Is that a first level spell?
It
Yeah.
is. This is also Tyler telling you it's a good spell. A good one for ranged anyway. It's
Yeah, so I
doesn't
don't have
do
to
too
go up
much.
and touch people all the time.
exactly.
She can finally stop touching me.
Social distancing.
No,
Exactly.
specifically still gonna heal Elios by touching him just to be annoying.
Just by slapping him. Okay, so I'm gonna.
Just say it's down to his dragonborn hide. You can't use ranged spells on him.
Yeah.
I didn't know if my ranged spells would work, so here's some healing.
Slams across the face.
Takes damage for healing someone.
I mean, hey, that's exactly what the healing bombs were that Dolga had. I just wanted there to be like a funny way where like you heal people, but it also hurts them. So you just throw a healing potion at them, but because of the glass, they also take damage.
Classic,
You're healing them, but you're adding a bleeding effect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I liked
those
Dolga.
are funny.
It's fun. Okay, so what we'll do is we will take our break, and we'll come back at 8:30. We'll do half an hour, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. And we'll be back in a second. I will do update your sheet, Brooke, in that time as well. So yeah. Be back in a bit. Not that one. This one. Here we go. Awesome. So I'll catch y'all in a bit. Have good. I will switch over the music. We'll play the party tavern music. Why not? That's always fun. Have good. Sorry, I'm just testing something. I just need to test my audio really quickly because it's been really loud recently. So I just want to make sure that it's not like peaking too much because it can literally like hear my breathing sometimes and it's terrible. So I'm just trying to do a thing. Thank you. Okay, bye. Back real quick. I've just turned it down a little bit, so hopefully it's not peaking too much. I literally have to do this and then make a clip and then listen back to it. It's a process. I have to give myself enough time to like let the clip load. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so I had the gain up really, really high. So I'm hoping that now it is a good level and it's not going to be too much. To me it sounds okay. Hopefully it's not too loud for everybody else. I might have to put a little bit of gain on. Excuse me, sorry, I've just got a bit of reverb. So I'm going to pause the music. Oh, you can hear my clicking. Oh no. Alright, so I have my gain literally on 100. So hopefully if I just turn up just a little bit. Okay, how's that going? I actually don't think I need it on. It should be okay. I mean, I'm kind of rambling anyway at like a decent level. If I do need to turn it off, then I can do so. I am probably gonna need to try and test the audio when everybody comes back, and then from there hope to fuck that it's all fine. I was thinking of moving my mic anyway, because it's right next to my mouse, so you hear me clicking all the time, and in games it's actually really bad. So I also need to figure out what is a good volume for the music. So we're gonna jump back with everybody, and it's gonna be really weird because I'm listening with my headphones. So I'm gonna be hearing everybody pretty lagged after. So we'll see how that goes. Just because we love a good bit of weird audio, don't we? Okay, so I'm gonna be hearing you guys a little bit lagged. It's gonna be really weird because I have my earbuds in trying to fix the volume in stream. So I'm listening to stream, not to Discord. So hopefully my mic is okay on your guys' side, because I had my gain up to literally 100, which is why you could hear me breathing. And I hate it.
Was that why the Spotify music was going up and down? Was that you just before? During the break?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, because it suddenly went really loud and I was like, oh my god.
I went up and down just because I was like...
I was just sitting here with the headset on being like, okay.
Yeah, it's really weird. So your volume is very good, Brooke.
Yay!
Kev, can I get you to say something? It loads on my
You're
side.
muted.
I think you're muted, actually.
Yeah, that helps if I take myself off mute, doesn't it?
In a little bit.
Sad.
Okay. Cool. That's good.
How was that?
Alright.
We lost EC's face.
Sounding the goods. I think he's having some video trouble. Zee. Words.
Words need to be said. Said some words.
No.
Cool. And
I'll just start reading the Hobbit book.
Trying to suss me out.
Do you have one nearby?
Why not?
Somewhere.
I think I have somewhere too, actually.
I have one in my storage boxes, and then my brother-in-law has one in the bookshelves over that way.
I really need to get and read The Lord of the Rings. I've actually never read it. I've read The Hobbit though.
Just give me a number, damn it. EC. Can I get
Yo.
some words?
Talking for words. The words were.
Sweet. Okay, that's actually really good. So if I keep the music volume at that, it doesn't tell me what that actually is. Okay, but everything else seems to be good. Love it. Awesome. Now I can put these on and actually hear you and not hear the sound of my own voice. God, I hated that.
That's why I'm constantly fidgeting with my headset, because I constantly, every now and again, have my voice come through.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's great.
I've
Especially when you don't like the sound of your own voice.
Uh-huh.
that's a mood. I've given up on Bluetooth connecting my headset to my computer because it hates me and just connects just like very randomly. So I've now just got an audio jacked in.
Yeah, I am.
Like it hates me.
I have this.
What is that?
So it's the wireless charger, but it's also the wireless dock for the
Ah.
headset.
That's cool.
Yeah.
See, mine'll be like 80% and it'll just randomly start disconnecting itself from my laptop, and I'm like,
Oh, weird.
and then my game, whatever I'm playing, will hate it, and then I have to restart, like exit and restart the whole game
Ugh,
because it's like, no, you have no sound, and I'm like, fuck you.
rude.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we'll keep Umfrin in there, and I'll add Light in,
From
just because she showed up. There we go.
okay, is Light she or they
Yes.
or both?
At this point, it's just
They?
yes, but both.
Both.
All of the above.
Yeah. Primarily they, but she is okay. So, awesome. Things, great. We love it. I'm glad I got that sussed, because that was actually bugging me, and I was trying to figure out how to like fix it without like, I don't know. Anyway, it's sorted. Moving on. So, Brooke,
Hello.
Light would have explained it. So casting a spell as a ritual means that you don't use a spell slot, but you extend the casting time by 10 minutes.
So it'll take 10 minutes to cast a spell.
Mm-hmm. But it has to have the ritual tag next to it. There are only specific spells that are rituals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't believe you have any. So once
Because
I
that's
identify...
obviously not something you're gonna do in combat.
No, definitely not. That's why it's yeah. So once I
Okay.
comprehend languages, identify, those are ritual spells.
But they still last the same amount of time.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you just add 10 minutes. Cool.
But considering combat is so quick, that's yeah.
Yeah, no, that's like 100 rounds.
We've never gotten that far.
No, the most I
Never.
believe is like. It hasn't been. It has been over 20.
I was gonna say it's definitely been over 20.
Not 100 though.
No,
No.
definitely not 100.
It definitely not quite 100.
You know.
Say between 20 and 50.
Oh, definitely.
Probably
between
somewhere
that.
around there, yeah.
Yeah. Especially the combats for the end of last campaign and the campaign before that.
Yeah.
The boss battles.
They were
The final battle was
something
meant to be
else.
long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those had like
Final battle is you.
maybe
No, it's me. We already discussed this.
true.
Yeah, Alias
It's
is
secretly
BBEG.
Elios. Yeah.
Exactly.
BBEG?
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
bad evil guy?
BBGG. Yeah.
BBEA, Big Bad Evil Elios.
EBTG,
You
big
said
bad
that and
Tyler guy.
my brain was just like big bad evil asshole.
BB
I'm more would say the same.
BEED. Big bad evil dragon.
Nice.
Well, BBGG.
No,
big
Brooke, that's
bad
not
drunk
where I was
dragon.
going with that.
Drunk dragon.
Bad dragon.
There is no big
No,
bad evil
Brooke,
guy. It's just
that's-
Aeolus is on a real bender this time.
Yup.
Elios just shows up in a dungeon, fucking drunk as all hell.
Oh god.
You guys are gonna die.
Just
Just smacks him.
Yeah.
We just
Face-
start talking
face
very
first.
loudly, and he just can't stand.
he just takes too much psychic damage and passes out.
Yeah. Just can't stand how loud you're being.
Alright, so Amoral learns a bunch of clericness.
Yay! Finally.
We will jump to Ilios, who is at the library.
I really hope it's loud at the library.
The library. Always at the library.
To where Kevin is and Genevieve. Kevin is on shift doing the stacking of books when you come in. What are you having a look for?
I am looking for a counterspell book.
Okay. In a spell section, things like that, because it's a very, very common spell, it'll be pretty easy, but I will still get you to roll for it for the funsies. Get some dice rolling in.
Yay.
Give me a Arcana or History check, up to you.
I think I have proficiency in Arcana.
Cool.
I do. That is a +4, that's a 16.
Nice. Easy enough to find. You find your way through the aisles and pick up a counterspell book. Having a read through it, handy to have. Definitely. And having seen it be cast twice in the arena battle, you do have a kind of general gist of how it's cast. So you do have advantage on learning this spell, as well as the books help as well. So whenever you go to learn that, you can absolutely do so.
Yeah, pretty much I'll, as soon as I leave the library, I'll find someone to help me figure out how to cast it.
Yeah, sweet as.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that Kaba has it, so Kaba can. Otherwise, you can find. You could find light. You've probably been in the library for a good while. So Kaba would have gone somewhere to sit and do the handwriting. I'm not too sure where he went.
Not do handwriting. He's reading his spellbook again, trying to read his own handwriting.
Okay.
More of a problem.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but you just need a... You went and found a place to just sit and do that. Sweet. So that's up to you, Ilios, where you want to go.
I would probably wander around, look for Carver at first. Because, like, I've seen Carver cast it, right?
Yes, yeah, you and
Yeah. Yeah, so, like, knowing that he has it, I'd probably go to him first.
Cool.
And if I can't find him, then I'd probably go to Light.
Whereabouts is Carver? Where are you gonna chuck him?
Harper doesn't know. When he left Rourke, he pulled out his book and went pretty much head first into it, sort of wandered around until it was sort of quiet around him, and then just sat down there. So Harper doesn't know where he is either.
That is incredibly fair and good.
I'm going to leave it up to chance if Aeolus or Carver can find Carver.
Lovely.
Dice.
Cover loses cover.
Roll a perception check, please, to find the little turtle man.
It's a 13. Hold on. Don't think I have perception. No, I don't. Yeah, 13.
13.
I'm a magnetic.
Cool. For the fun of it, Issy, roll me a d20. Wow. That's pretty good. Hell yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah. Cool. Good to time.
It's gonna be interesting.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of pizza. Jesus
There are a
Christ.
few people in the house, though, I believe.
That's a big pizza box.
Yeah, there's 3 of us, but this is mine and my sister's pizza.
Nice.
3 pizzas in one!
That's amazing.
Oh my. Oh, okay, so it's like multiple.
That looks so
Okay.
It smells so good.
good. Okay, well, through a random roll from EC, who rolled a 13, which is hilarious.
Wow.
Through yourself, still reading the book as you are wandering around once you've left the library, through just kind of like glancing over some of the pages, thinking, yeah, I remember Kaba casting the spell. I should find. You trip over Kaba.
Why did I forget to do that?
I found you.
Oh, well done. Where was I?
Right there.
Good answer, I suppose. What? Did you find me on purpose? You don't look as though you were finding me on purpose. You're lying on the ground.
I love you.
I was just thinking about you, and figured I needed to fight. Well, I want to learn to cast this, and I know that you can. I'll hand him the book, ignoring his little
Damn, this is good handwriting.
Well,
Sure,
that is
I can help out with that.
Alright, hell yeah. So, the advantage is already there because of seeing a Kaba cast a spell. I guess I'm just wondering, how helpful does Kaba want to be?
Harbour will be helpful with something to actively help Aeolus. He will absolutely do it.
Awesome.
When it's something to mildly piss him off, he'll go for that.
Okay,
But not if it gets in the way of actually being helpful.
fair enough. Glad I asked.
He doesn't want to act. He doesn't want to be sort of. He doesn't want to be party to a team kill, whether it's due to preparation beforehand or not.
Okay.
Not like Aeolus seems to be keen.
Okay.
Aeolus is gonna be the one to TPK us all.
Lightning
I keep
spells
telling
are-
you guys, I am the BBEG, okay?
So, in this case then, you still have advantage. Roll 2 Arcana checks, please, to learn Counterspell.
That is a dirty 20.
Nice.
And an 11.
I think we're taking the 20. So, in that case, you spend a bit of time with Kava, and through the two of you, just talking back and forth, talking it through. Not only do you both learn a bit about how you both cast spells, and how it varies between the two of you, but you also do learn counterspell.
Thank you very much for your help, Kava.
You're more than welcome.
How's your handwriting going?
Improving.
That's good to hear.
Carver's the dad of the group.
I mean, he is like 40 years older, or 30 or 40 years older than any of the rest of you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Everyone
I'm
else
just
is a
like
baby.
together. It's like helpful. Will piss you off sometimes, and like all the puns.
Yeah. That's great. So, it's up to Elios whether or not he wants to hang around, or go off and do something else. As well as if Kaba wants to hang around and do something else. So,
I'll probably just hang around for like a little bit, and then go to the temple.
so
Or the shrine. Temple.
yeah, try.
Whatever. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go.
Go do some praying.
Alright. And Kaba, you gonna hang around where you are?
For a while sort of Aeolus is hanging around, he'll sort of read his own book on his own, like 5 minutes, as Aeolus sort of calms down after learning a spell. I don't know, Aeolus is reading a book or something, light chat. And then out of nowhere, he's going to just cast an ice knife to pass like really close to Aeolus or not. Just to pass close to Aeolus, but not to hit him. To see if he can cast his counter.
Okay.
Just both to test him and to set him on edge.
Perfect. Both of you roll initiative. Okay, 1 versus 11. So, Kalba casts the ice knife, and immediately, Elios, you feel it coming. You notice like a change in the wind, and you're just like, not having it. Very, very good.
Cal will be a bit sort of off kilter himself. It's like, good job.
I'm just on point.
Those horns and sharp.
Awesome. So y'all go about and do your own things. Rook, you are... It's probably heading on to be like the end of the class period, so people are starting to gather up and kind of all cluster together around the teacher as they're like giving tips and things like that about different spells and things like that. How many times did I say things like that? Jesus. Words. So class is wrapping up, and people are fanning out to go back and go to their next class. What are you finding yourself doing to that entertainment?
I'm not sure. Like, he would have had a blast just watching the kids learn magic.
Hell yeah.
Like, if you saw like anybody that like had kind of been struggling and then like finally get like the hang of one of the spells, you would probably go over, Hey, good job.
Hell yeah. I would probably say this is like, because it is a magic school, and there is the domes. Probably don't let you in that far, but I just imagine that you're like outside just like cheering.
Good job.
This is just this person that like finally cast one. It's just like, what, did someone see that? Oh, someone saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so wholesome.
Yes, absolutely. And it happens quite a few times, where somebody like manages to finally get something, as the kind of like the 4 or 5 of them, the rest of the class head out, and they're all just kind of like clustered together, and they actually come over to like the edge of the barrier, and they just start having like a wholesome chat with you, just like, thanks for the hype and all of that, and they start.
Oh, that's awesome. Like,
Do you cast magic?
there's like one thing I can do, but I'm really bad at controlling it right now.
Oh,
So I really, really need to work on that. I just don't really know how.
Okay. What kind of thing is it? And they're like, yeah, like what kind of there's like evocation, and they start talking about like random magic schools and stuff that goes over your head.
It's a fire thing, and like a tar thing.
Tar. Okay.
Yeah. Like I get all like these really cool like glowing orange and then like black lines like just
Whoa.
all over me.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I
That's
can like I hit stuff and it, like I can burn it, but then there's this tar that also comes out and like kills things.
Yeah, like kind of simultaneously, all 5 of them are just like, oh, melee. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like, and they just start talking amongst themselves, like, there's this person. I think he's like an Echo Knight or something like that. Yeah, he does the fighting and but they just start talking before going. I mean, they have a few like tutorial classes for like melee and magic.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Come on through. We'll take you to like one of the front areas, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to sign up. I think they actually have one tonight. Yeah, they rent out the arena
awesome.
and then just go for it.
Oh, awesome! Because I'm leaving here like in a day or two. So.
Oh yeah. They meet up like a couple of times a week, but I know the first one's tonight because my brother does.
Oh, cool.
It. So yeah, come on. So they take you to an area where you can sign up for the classes, and they just get you to write your name down and to meet at the Scythe Arena at like 7 p.m. and then they train for like a good few hours and go from there. So you have that. A few hours have passed and Light has gone through pretty much everything that they can, and answering any questions that you have, Amora, and I would probably say that is, sorry, unless there are any other questions that you have for them.
No.
So,
No.
then the two of you would be heading back into the shrine just as Elios would be walking in to do praying and stuff. Yeah, so Elios, you see Light and Amora, who are just kind of chatting between each other, talking about spells and stuff like that. Yeah. You're good. Take your time.
That onion ring was really chewy. I'd probably just look at them weirdly, and then go about my business.
Yeah.
Go sit down, do some praying.
Yeah.
Yep.
At the entrance, like pretty much says, if there is anything else while we're in the same place, then let me know. Ilios also has a sending stone to me, so feel free to steal it if you need any advice.
Thank you, Light. I don't know if he'll lend it to me, but I'm pretty sure I could take it off him anyway.
Well, good luck. Just in general.
Mora looks over at Elios and is like, good luck with that. Just so you know, he snores, and then she just, like, leaves.
She just, like, nods. Before she can go ahead and go back inside. I'm trying to find literally any pair of things. Okay. What is Amora going to do now?
I think she'll either try and find Carver or Rourke and ask them about the ships and see about that. And depending on what they say, she'll go to the shop and see if maybe, like, see what the options are if they have to leave before it's ready.
Okay. Sweet. You'd probably find Rourke, just as he's wandering back from the magic school. You get that information from him, and then we're gonna go back. Oh yeah, you do have to. You have to go back to Gogler.
So
The blue kobold.
what is his name? Gogler.
Gogler, yeah.
Gogler. It's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is kobold.
Gogler.
Welcome to kobold names. And it's up to Rourke if he wants to tag along or So going back to the Illusion Magic Shop, you swing open the door and immediately Gogler's very happy to see you. So, how can I help you? You need more things? I got more things. I got plenty of things. What do you need?
I forgot the times of when the ships were leaving. One's in like a day, right?
It's pretty much like alternating days, so you can pretty much leave like tomorrow or the next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we're probably gonna try and leave as soon as possible. So wait. So it's already been a day. This would count as another day, so there'd be like half a day left on the... We might have to leave. Well, we're probably going to leave tomorrow, and I just wanted to know what the options were for like items.
Well, if you're heading out, we can, once we get it here, send it to the place where you're going to. But, you know, that's going to be a little bit of fee for the postage and stuff like that. You know, we got to make sure it gets there. And then, you know, that's more time on top of that when you don't have it. It's only like half a day, so maybe try and hang around. That's maybe what I'd try and suggest at least, because that way you're, you know, you're getting the stuff that you need.
I look over at Rourke and I'm like, I think we'd be able to hang around for half a day still.
I mean, probably, but like, two days, no.
I mean, when does the next ship leave? Tomorrow or next day?
They always leave in the mornings. So if you don't catch the one tomorrow morning, you'd have to catch the one the next morning.
I mean, that'd be okay, right?
I mean, I would think so.
I'm sure we can convince the others. I'm sure we could just, like, give Alias alcohol and he wouldn't know what day it was, so.
I mean, that probably.
Okay, then I'll come back tomorrow. Wait, do you have any healing potions?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, we got plenty of them.
I will look at the healing potions because I don't have it up right now, but I'm definitely gonna buy a few of them.
Yeah, for sure. That's all good. Yeah.
Should buy some healing potions. Should be like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Awesome. We'll have all of that stuff ready to go.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Cool. And then for the rest of the day, Amora's just gonna go and chill and do whatever.
Yeah, probably tell Rourke about all the spells.
Hell yeah.
And ask him about his day, obviously. Catch up with her brother, you know.
That's awesome that you're getting more spells back.
I know, I should be so much more helpful now.
I just went for a run and then I watched some kids like learning magic at the magic school. That was pretty cool. Oh, I signed up for a class tonight.
Oh, what kind of class?
Like melee and magic.
Oh man, can I come?
I mean, you might have to sign up, but I think there are spots still open. Like, I don't know if you can just come and observe.
Maybe I should sign up too. I'm gonna sign up too.
Okay.
Goes and signs up if there's spaces left.
Yeah, absolutely.
Melee and magic sounds like a great thing to learn.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You sign up to that class as well. So you'll both go over that way. At 7 p.m. And then insert time field here. Just check in before we go to the magic and melee class. Kaba, anything else for the day? Buying things, or
Not that I can really think of.
yeah, absolutely. Cool. You do things. Insert time here. And Ilios, is there anything that you want to do while at the shrine, and insert other places here?
Nah, pretty much just hang around. Probably catch up with Light, ask her about her day, and do some things around the shrine, help out a bit.
So.
Yeah.
Right. So, evening comes around. You both have an early dinner, and then head on over to the Scythe Arena. Going over that way and entering, there is in the middle 4 other students, and the person that you assume is the teacher who they're talking to is a... Hold on. I'm allergic to them. Is an Arakocra, so a bird person, a large black bird. who is talking to a bunch of the students. There's a half-orc female there. There's a drow man who looks very similar to one of the people that recommended you to the course, Rock. One of them talked about their brother going to it, so you assume that's them. There is a little kinku person, a little kinku dude. So it's just a smaller blackbird, and a very tall furbolg female. So in this little space, the teacher introduces himself as Sensei Ziki. So part of magic and melee, a lot of the times paladins, and motions to a couple of people there, or fighters and motions to like the drow person, they can bolster themselves in combat through certain spells, either casting their weapon themselves or even their armor. And then goes into a bunch of things about different kinds of spells. Other people use the innate kind of inner magic, which takes the form of raging, and actually points to the little kinku person, who just kind of like squawks happily.
Nice.
So through channeling whatever magic you have for whatever you decide to do in combat, he just goes into a bunch of shit. I will say, for the fun of it, you'll get paired up and do a little bit of sparring. So I'm just gonna roll a d4 to see who each of you get. So Rourke, you are with... I'm so glad I rolled a 3. You're with the kinku. And Amora, you are with the half-orc. So the half-orc, she appears to be a paladin. She introduces herself as Traker. And the kinku introduces themselves by making the sound of a sword hitting another sword, so a steel clank. Yeah. The way that they talk is really interesting to you, Rourke, because it's just a mixture of different people's voices, and it's just kind of like relayed and mishmatched to make a sentence. So it's like, my name is Clank. And it's just like really weird, that kind of sentences like that where they're talking to you. And then you see them rage, and their eyes start to glow like an electric blue, and there is definitely a kind of like static feeling in the air around them as they take a stance and pull out a freaking great sword, like twice the size of them, and hold it up like it weighs nothing, and it just has like static electricity kind of like zapping up it. That seems to be a part of their barbarianism. So what it will do is we'll do a couple of just like little sparring things. So roll for initiative first. I have all my dice in there. I'll use those ones. Initiative. Okay. Well, he rolled a 6, so I think that goes before you.
Yep.
Yeah, so, he's gonna make 2 attacks against you. First one's a natural 20. The second one's a 6, which misses. So this like tiny little kinku just like takes a stance and then like runs at you. Leaps up into the air, but you're not even sure how, with this weapon, and just like swings it under and slashes you up the chest, and uses the slashing motion to kind of like pole vault themselves over your being and lands on the other side. And they go around for another one, but kind of lose their footing a bit, and it just kind of like... So... how much does a greatsword do? I'm just doing...
I'm getting Yoda vibes here.
Yeah.
2d6.
Yeah, it is 2d6. Take like 9 points of damage. And then you can go ahead and make a attack against them.
I will go into a rage.
Absolutely. 24 definitely hits them. Hell yeah. And you do damage. Some of their damage is also lightning. Some of that stuff doesn't get halved. We're not going to go into the full, like, you take insert all of this. But you're in combat long enough for your ancestral thing to start up. Your line to appear, and you start doing your fire damage as well. The good thing about, like, even fighting with this, like, little Kenku person is that you'll both manage to match each other in endurance quite well. So you're still, like, hacking and slashing at each other, doing a fair bit of damage. Like, it doesn't get to the point where any of you get knocked unconscious. There's kind of a barrier in this space that doesn't let you get, like, killed. But it is definitely, like, an endurance game for the both of you. To the point where you get to experience this ancestral kind of calling for, like, a fair bit longer than you normally have been able to. So in doing so, after the 3 rounds, or if you've taken over half your HP, you start to feel the black tar start to move under your skin as it starts to work its way from your arm to your weapon itself and almost like wrap around it and start to crawl up it like veins. Everyone else in the arena kind of stop and are watching this happen as you are standing there, like, heaving, dripping with blood and sweat, holding your weapon as it starts to just, like, coagulate in this tarish stuff before you go in for another attack. And on top of the fire damage, you also start doing necrotic damage. So that is something that I will add through specific circumstances that I haven't thought about yet. But I'm totally organized. In this combat between you and this little Kenku, there is weirdly a point after your weapon has been, like, necroticized, where you hit the Kenku and they do actually drop, but there is, like, a static rush that goes through them. You know how when, like, I forget what they're called, those things where you do that and you, like, put them back.
Defibrillators.
That kind of happens to them without there being one, and they just kind of, like, jolt back up and are suddenly standing back on their 2 feet. They still look battered and bruised as all fuck, but they are, like, enduring barely. It happens a couple of times where you knock them down, they drop, they surge back up, and it's hella impressive. After a little bit, the sensei comes over and kind of calls it, gets you guys to cool down a bit, and has a couple of words with the Kenku, talking about their form and stuff like that, and they're very, very much focusing on their endurance and stuff like that, and congratulating them on being able to, like, withstand so much. And then he comes over to you, Rourke. I will say that is not something that I have seen before in a barbarian. May I ask what your, I guess, path is?
Well, I'm ancestral guardian, the
Ah.
like the path I'm on, but
Mhm.
this is something different.
Interesting.
Yeah, apparently I'm like part fire giant, which is why the fire stuff I can do.
Yes.
I don't know about the tar.
Mhm. No, it's very, very interesting. You've had people look into this for you to have this information, yes?
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's a magic.
Mhm. Interesting. And kind of goes into a couple of ways of helping you improve in combat and things like that, just like a little pointers, and does let you know that the Kinku is of a, well, how would I word this? Wording this in game, saying they're a higher level than you.
They have more experience.
Yeah, their path experience is a lot more heightened than yours, but I hope that you've managed to pick up a couple of things from them, because they definitely have enjoyed fighting with you. And the Kingu just kind of like looks over to you and is just like, hell yeah.
Like, yeah, man, no, Clank, you're awesome. And like, reach out for a fist bump.
Sick. I'm sorry. I love Kinkus, man. And through weird little Kinku lingo, you have a conversation about like further barbarian things and stuff like that. They talk about their own path, which is Storm Herald. Very much taking on a lot of the influence from the ocean, which is where they get their lightning stuff from. They, because you already know Reckless Deck, I'm trying to remember barbarian stuff off the top of my head. But they, I keep thinking it's not Stone's endurance, because that's the Goliath thing.
Mhm.
But I think it's like the rage endurance thing that I'm thinking of, because whenever I think about it, I think of Raiden. This was fucking insane. Relentless rage. Relentless rage, as well as persistent rage, and things like instincts, as well as just in general, kind of hitting a bit harder, which, funny enough, they just call brutal critical, because they think it sounds cool. So from this, you can at least tell they've had a lot of experience, as well as out of character. They're at least like 15th level or so. So they had a fair bit of health and a lot of stuff under their belt, but they were still like, yo, you hit, that hurt, was cool, pretty sick. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
And kind of after the class, the sensei will talk to you a little bit more just about your ancestors and things like that, and mention you being more akin to magma giants rather than fire giants. And does ask how long you're around for.
Probably just like another day or so.
Okay. I will have a look into some of our resources and get you a copy of some of the magma giant history that we have.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I should be able to get that to you definitely before the day's end tomorrow. Whereabouts would I be able to find you in the evening?
We'll probably be at the inn. Gotta pick up some magic items tomorrow afternoon sometime, and then yeah.
Okay. Alright, I will make sure to drop that off then. And if I do find anything else in my research, I'll make sure to add it in there, because it's a very interesting case. Not very many ancestral paths that I've seen have been connected to things as strong as magma giants, or even have ancestors akin to it. Most ancestral paths are just of perhaps champions of certain deities or things like that, which still have power within their own way, but this is a lot more peculiar, I will say. It's very interesting. But yeah, keep up with training any chance that you can get. Definitely try to do some sparring, and
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll help with the control a lot more.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. They don't say hell yeah, that's just Tyler. And Amora. You get paired with the Half-Orc Paladin lady. Roll initiative. Do a couple of D20 rolls. Cool. So they go first, attacking a couple of times. I would say those both hit. And she does some casting onto her weapon, where there are these runes that are up the middle blade of the sword that slowly light up on by one. Once it gets to the top, the entire blade just ignites in this, like, fiery golden glow. And when she hits you, fuck, it hurts. Not only with just, like, the slashing of the blade, but there is just a horrible, like, singe of just, like, radiant pain that lingers with the attack as well. And then as she stands ready in front of you for your attack, is there anything in particular that you're going to cast or do in this kind of like round that you have?
Is there anything I want to do? I don't know.
Oops, that's alright.
I know. She'll probably just bring out her spiritual weapon.
Hell yeah.
My little shield.
Cool. Through some of the spells that you've done with light, You...
Get a dog.
Puppy!
Puppy.
The baby. Baby, little baby.
MCR played.
You're doing your combat with this person using your spiritual weapon and your weapon of choice. And kind of through it, you are having a look over at Rourke, who is just being like slashed to hell by this like little kinku doing backflips and shit over him, and like rolling in between his legs with this massive sword, and it's just like
That's so
a little
funny.
darting thing of energy. Like Rourke is definitely holding his own fairly well, but you're also like, it's my brother. Seeing him like getting cut up and stuff like that. You find yourself not really focusing too much on the person in front of you, but between the space between you and Rourke. And as you do, you notice this like little golden thread that appears around your wrist and then starts to make its way towards Rourke. And even during the fight, Rourke, when you were doing this, you're holding a weapon and you just notice this little thread like wrap around your wrist and tie into like a little bow. And it's really, really weird for a second as you kind of like follow it back to where Amora is. And as you do the next couple of attacks and things like that, you find yourself moving a bit bolder, making harder swings on certain areas, becoming kind of like tactile awareness, kind of just improving in that a minute. And at the same time, on the other end, Amora, you can feel that on Rourke's end. And that's kind of passing back through the thread to you, where you're like, okay, I can hit her here, I can use my spiritual weapon here, I can use this in tandem. And the two of you just seem to have an emboldening bond.
What am I casting?
Congrats, you learned one of your things. Your
Yes, let's
your
go!
cleric things.
It's literally called emboldening.
It's literally called emboldening bond. Haha. Yeah, so you can choose not only one creature, but two as well as yourself in this, and then it does a bunch of things, and it's really cool. And this is your channel divinity. So casting this would be using a channel divinity slot that you have.
I have something.
You have two at this level.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so the harness divine power is different. Okay.
Yes, that's different.
Okay.
That's where you can get a spell slot back as a bonus action.
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay,
that's this one.
Can you tell I've never played a cleric before?
Yeah, and you chose to know absolutely nothing about it, as well as it not being one of the well-known
Yep.
ones. It's
You
actually
know,
it's actually UA.
sometimes... Huh?
It's actually Unearthed Arcana.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just decided I wanted to make things difficult for myself.
Absolutely.
Like, things aren't difficult enough already.
Yeah.
I'm just like, amnesia campaign, YOLO, I'm gonna learn literally nothing.
It's all or nothing.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to fuck around and find out.
Exactly. Fuck around, find out, and end up in somebody else's bed. I'm sorry! I didn't know you were drinking. I wasn't looking.
That was perfect.
Maybe multiple people's beds.
Oh, we're gonna find out.
We're definitely gonna find out.
Just
Gets
continuously
all memories
ends
back.
up in my bed.
Remembers she was just like sleeping around all the
He
time.
was a total hoe.
I'm so tempted to just make her like a total.
Once you have done your combat with Traker, you talk to Sensei Ziki as well, who goes through a bunch of just things with you on using your spells as well as weapon casting and things like that. A couple of things around specifically being a cleric, and a lot of the time he does say that depending on the type of cleric that you are, your domain, can depend on whether or not you're a frontline or a support within the combination of your allies. From what I saw, I would believe that you would be, your domain would be primarily support, but with the type of spells that I saw you use, can also be frontline as well. A lot of clerics can be so with a lot heavier armor and things like that to protect them. And lets you know you should probably invest in some bulkier armor for yourself. Yeah.
Getting to more.
Hell yeah. And then just in general kind of gives you some general like melee tips. Yeah. But yeah. Goes to everybody and congratulates them. Good session, everybody. We will meet again on Friday. I think it's Friday. Friday night. It is Friday night. On Monarchite. Sorry, I just realised what day it was. You will have to sign up again in the registration section, registration area in the school. But I hope to see you around again. Good job to the newbies. I hope that this has been helpful to you both. And I'll get that information to you tomorrow, Mr. Fozo. And pretty much closes up class, and y'all can head out, go back to the tavern, chill out for the rest of the evening, rest the weary bones, and catch up with everybody in the morning. We'll leave today's session. I don't know if we're gonna be, like you said, EC, you're not too sure if you can get the time next weekend, but if we do have the long session next week, I'm gonna spearhead you guys towards a thing to help you get a fair bit of your memories back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Memories.
Yeah.
Memories.
Yeah. So Light will be.
Emotional pain.
Yeah. So Light will be helping with that stuff. So hopefully this week isn't as chaotic and hectic as this last one was. And I will touch base with y'all about just certain things about your past and things like that. Work out a few things about who you were. That'd be fun.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
An absolute baller.
No, I can imagine Elios was just like a massive introvert and stayed at home all the time. drinking and reading books. Like an old man.
I think it'd be funny if he'd like never drunk before the memory stuff going ham.
Yeah.
You know, he like absolutely hated alcohol beforehand, and now he's like an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Why did I hate alcohol?
And Elmfrin's just hiding the fact.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
All from loves chaos, so yeah.
But yeah, good session, everybody. Lots of amazing role-playing stuff. It was all very good and fun. So everybody gets an inspiration point. Good shit, y'all.
Yay!
Is this when I just tell you I'm maxed and I want to give it to someone else?
No.
I'm already as well, so
There's still everyone else that does.
4.
Nice. Hell yeah. Alright. I will catch y'all throughout the week. Have good, y'all.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Where's the hang up button?
Right. Well, thank y'all for hanging out. It was a good time, a good little session. I'm learning a bunch of little things about everybody. Since they're also level 6, they've learned a bunch more things about themselves. They have all of the ability scores now. They have all of the skills that they know as well. There's just a couple of things that we will round out in the Remember Everything session. But yeah, so hopefully we'll be doing a longer session next week. If not, there'll be one coming up soon, ideally. We got things. But yeah, I'm going to be working away on the music thing still, just to get all of the... just get all of the music updated on that front. Make sure that everybody's credited in the right way. All of those shenanigans. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Have good. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I'll catch y'all for some Dragon Age at some point. See ya.